I want to give you my 7 reasons why you wouldn't want to move to Temecula, California. So why am I doing a video on the 7 reasons why not to move to Temecula, California when I'm a real estate agent? I am Lori Kutka with the Kutka team at Big Block LPT Realty. And I want to jump on the bandwagon for all those that do the negatives about the cities that they live and promote their business in. And I've been a real estate agent here for 20 years. I have lived in this community. I have been selling real estate since 2005, but I gotta be real. This area is not for everybody. And if you are looking to move to the Temecula Valley, you need people like me to not only give you all the positives, but give you some of the negatives so you go in knowing what to expect. You are well educated on the positives and negatives before you spend your hard-earned money on a home or look for a job here that you're gonna have to be here for quite some time. So here are my 7 reasons not to move to Temecula, California. It's my perspective, so take it for what it's worth. So here's my number 1, and I feel like this is the most important reason not to move to Temecula, and that's if you work in LA, Orange County, San Diego, or Riverside, and you hope you're gonna get to work in 30 minutes. It's not happening. The traffic, the growth in this area has just exploded over the last 20 years, and you need to expect a commute. For those that live here and commute every day to those cities in those counties, God bless you. It is a lot of time spent in the car. If you don't want to deal with a 45+ commute morning and night, you might not want to move to Temecula. And here's my number 2. For those that travel for their job, for those like me who love to travel for pleasure, the airport isn't 15 minutes away. The airport is an hour away. You either fly out of San Diego, out of Ontario, out of Palm Springs. Those airports are an hour away. When your flight's at 7 a.m., guess what? You gotta wake up at 3:30. You gotta be on the road at 4:30, depending on how early you wanna be there for your flight. If you want to be close to a major airport, don't move to Temecula, California. Okay, I may get some comments on this one, but again, this is my perspective. And here's my number 3. It bugs me that we do not have a Whole Foods or a Nordstrom here in Temecula. I have lived here for 21 years, hoping that Nordstrom and Whole Foods would come, and they haven't. Now, I really hope that they will eventually. Things change, this area has grown, but as of right now, if you love shopping at Whole Foods, if you love shopping at Nordstrom, you gotta drive to get there. I choose to go to the Nordstrom in San Diego. I love the one in Fashion Valley Mall. There's one in Riverside. And let's face it, most of us are online shopping a lot. But if you want to live in a city that has Whole Foods and has Nordstrom and your 5-10 minute drive, don't move to Temecula, California. All right, here's my number 4. If you want a small town feel, Temecula used to be a small town. It is no longer a quote unquote small town. The population is growing exponentially. This area is exploding. And I'm not just talking about Temecula, the city, the outer skirts, the sister cities. There is so much new development that's happening. This is no longer a small town feel. Now, there is very many instances where you're gonna be at the mall or you're gonna be at Target or you're gonna be in Old Town Temecula and you're gonna bump into someone you know. It is a smaller community in comparison to a big metropolis like LA or like San Diego, but it is no longer a quote unquote small town. Our population has definitely exceeded that. So number 5 on my list is something that was deceptive for me as I was looking for a home in Temecula. I thought that all of the lots were going to be huge. I thought we were moving further out of Orange County, out of San Diego, that we were gonna get a big lot and a lot of options were gonna be available to us for homes that had really big backyards. We come from the Midwest. We know what a big backyard is. Well, I'm here to tell you that the average lot size in Temecula and the Temecula Valley as a whole is about 7,800 square feet. That's not a big lot. That's the average size. Half of those are smaller than 7,800 square feet. So for all the homes that are available, there is only going to be a small amount that have a big lot, a big yard. Now, as you go up in price, yes, we have homes that are acreage. We have homes that have bigger lots. If you have a higher budget, you have more of an option, but maybe you don't want acreage. Maybe you just want to live in a neighborhood with a big lot. The deception is that there's going to be a lot available. If you want a really large lot and you want more options, then you may not want to move to Temecula, California. Now, my number 6 might be silly to some, but it could be meaningful to others. And it was definitely meaningful to my husband and I as we were raising our 2 boys that love ice hockey. Temecula does not have an ice rink. There is no ice hockey here in Temecula. You have to drive to Escondido, which is about 30 minutes away, or there's other ice rinks up in Riverside and other areas, but not in Temecula Valley. We do not have an ice rink. And that seems silly, but if your kids want to play ice hockey or you want your kids to play ice hockey, don't move to Temecula, California. And my number 7 is definitely particular to certain people, but it was important to my husband and I to understand that there is no private golf clubs in Temecula. There is one in Marietta, but there is not a private golf club in Temecula. If that's important to you, don't move to Temecula, California. Well, that's my 7 reasons. Are those 7 reasons that would get you to not move to Temecula? Well, watch some of my other videos. Maybe all of the positives that I give on an ongoing basis will change your mind and outweigh the 7 negatives. And again, I'm just keeping it real. So you want to know the positives and the negatives. Watch more of my videos. Every week we do a video, not only sharing our beautiful listings, but also talking more about the Temecula Valley. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to our weekly email where we give updates on what's happening here in Temecula, click on the link in the description below, and I look forward to having you watch next week.